successful tests or checking it out. I really liked what happened. Definitely a little scatterbrained, and I don't know if that's going to get better or worse, or we'll just see. Well, it probably can't get any worse, but anyways, before we get too far into things, I wanted to finish clarifying a couple of things. First off, yeah, that was a hilarious goof on my part for not equipping the grenade. That's, you know, the game-related thing. However, I also wanted to address the artificial intelligence conversation I was having. And actually, we can kind of start going while I do that. So, artificial intelligence, yeah, it's awesome, but a lot of people think it means like robots and actually being able to take over the world, and they're thinking like humans. Whereas it really means today, I mean, there are some programs out there that seem to be getting like pretty close to that, but not all the way. Anyways, my own personal experience with AI is I did a competition while I was at Colorado State University, and I was on a team that made it to the semifinals in it was called the Windward Code Competition, and we built basically an AI. Now, all we did is, well, we sat around for the first like hour or two just setting up things and configuring, so there's a lot of that when you start getting into computer science, you know, configuration is key. But then, as far as the AI goes, the AI, we were just building something to play a game. So we were making a program that would intelligently decide certain moves based on certain situations. So, and this, I don't know, threw a grenade. And I don't remember what the actual game was. It was something that wasn't, you know, all too common, all too popular, but it was about buying stocks and stuff like that. So, oops, actually real quick, here's an Easter egg. This is an Echo device. Look at it. And it's a grenade. So if you haven't been following along with the dialogue, the Echo devices originally started as being used as grenades. So that's a little cool aside. So anyways, back to AI. Basically, anyone can program an AI once you learn to do a little programming, because it really is just meaning that you're writing a program to perform certain actions based on decisions that a person would make. So artificial intelligence, it's basically making machines think closely to what humans would do, but again, that doesn't mean that robots are about to take over the world. Maybe, I don't know. Tesla's been doing some crazy stuff, but okay, so there's that. I'm trying to think of what else I did not finish talking about. Honestly, I think we'll try to focus more on computer science in this video than in the test. I mean, definitely go check out the test if you haven't. I'm going to leave it up. I think it turned out pretty well, especially for my first time ever streaming. So, and like I say in there, and I'll say it again, I'm just going to get better with more practice. So, bear with me, and you know, hopefully you get as much enjoyment out of these videos as I do making them. So, well, I mean, I love playing Borderlands, so there's that. Anyways, yeah, as far as the game mechanics and stuff like that go, if you haven't played Borderlands by now,
the hunt take you.
It's a first-person shooter. It's set on the planet of Pandora. Mostly. There's actually a pre-sequel that takes place out in space, and in this one specifically, we travel to other planets. And that is because normally the main objective of Borderlands is to find what we call the Vault, which is supposedly it's rumored to be a great cache of weapons and, you know, money, riches, fame to whoever finds it, stuff like that. However, and this is kind of spoilers, but again, well, actually I won't spoil it. If you haven't played Borderlands 1, definitely go through and play it. However, for this one, the premise, I mean, it even starts off in the intro saying, we found multiple vaults, and the whole point of this game is to go and find as many vaults as possible and loot them. Which, yeah, that's essentially the basis of this game, is loot things, kill things, and yeah, real quick, you notice that this tier of skills just opened up, and, ooh, this thing too, an action skill augment. So while Gamma Burst is active, surrounded by radiation, constantly damaging nearby enemies. Okay, and the cool thing about this one that wasn't available on previous Borderlands games is you have these additional things. Like, this is an action skill augment, so you can have these activated, and these will enhance your action skill. Or you can also have these things. Oh, these are the better pets. So this is like an upgraded version of the Skag that I currently have. You got the Great Horn Skag, and you have the Iridian Skag. Okay. And we'll get this mission. We'll let him talk a little bit. It's going to be Vaughn.
I have discovered a COV statue. Know anything about it?
Ugh, children of the vault have been leaving these suck-butt COV statues all over the place. You know what? We're gonna stick it to those wannabe gods and make our own idols. In my image. Yeah, good idea. From Chiseled Jaw to statues that look like me instead. That'll really tick off the Calypsos.
This was always your edge.
Okay, so
I
that's
didn't go
another
for my
mission.
period
Oh,
accounts
jeez.
to
Yep,
bandit
never
war
mind.
chiefs to follow orders again. But, you know, after I refused to join that stupid cult, Tyrene Calypso put a bounty on my sculpted ass. And the rest of me, too. But I'm still alive, baby! And I'm still shaking it, bro!
Feel the bloodlust.
Okay, and also, okay, so real quick, important. This is a badass enemy. So they are. Oh, yeah, and I need to take cover because I am getting straight up wasted out here. And yep, go pet, do my bidding. Oh, all right. So and it's another badass, of course. That makes sense. So, anyways, make sure you pay attention to your mini map. I mean, like I said, I'm still kind of playing this on a new playthrough, so if it looks like I'm bad at the game, well, I'm just kind of bad at playing the normal playthrough. Anyways, what I was talking before I got rudely interrupted was I kind of stopped mid-spiel on the importance of computer science. Now, I say computer science just because that's the most broad term for it, but I went to Colorado State University and studied computer science, got a BS in ACT, which is basically a way of saying I got a bachelor's of science degree in applied computing technologies. So 75% computer science, 25% business with a focus on international business. Now, they did that because a lot of people that are able to do computer science oftentimes aren't really business savvy or able to communicate, and that's fine, you know, honestly, as long as you have the skills, a lot of companies will, you know, they'll make accommodations, they'll appreciate, you know, if you put in hard work and if you take the time and effort to learn these things, then yeah, you'll do fine. In fact, it's a very accepting field. Like anybody that's really serious about it, they know that yes, people might be a little strange, be a little scattered like I am, or you know, just kind of generally socially awkward. And if you're not, even better so. But yeah, like I said, it's not a deal breaker. And speaking of deals and stuff like that, I also wanted to talk about the importance of constantly learning. Like if you're interested in getting into computer science, you want to continually be open to learning new technologies, new programming languages, new network setups, everything. Like, I mean, and computer science, like I said, is a very broad term. It covers tons of topics. You've got AI, you've got parallel programming, you've got machine learning, you've got, well, let's see, parallel programming, machine learning, AI, networking, you've got network stuff, system admin, which is more of the IT, like administrator side. You've got IT, you've got software developer, software engineer. Oh, and also a lot of those terms are interchangeable. I mean, honestly, I was all excited to be considered an engineer after graduating, but now I'm realizing that it really doesn't matter what your title is. If you work with computers, then yeah, you could basically be called any of those things. An engineer, an analyst, and surprisingly, analyst is actually one of the more intensive roles I've found. So yeah. And at the end of the day, if you work with computers, you work with computers, so that's cool. Anyway, back to why computer science. Well, it's a thriving industry, and like I said in the test video, just about everything deals with computers. So, oh, there's a car station. And it's just really important to learn these skills anyway. In fact, I first started learning computer science when I was in high school. I had to opt into taking the class, which was fine. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing it. And yeah, of course, I forgot everything by the time I went to college. I mean, I remember a little bit. We were doing C++, stuff like that, Visual Studio, or not Visual Studio, sorry, Adobe Photoshop, there you go. So we were doing like kind of graphic design stuff on top of a little bit of programming. And yeah, then once I got to college, you know, we started off with Java using, okay. Actually, before I get into that, let's back up a little bit. So to anyone who is really serious about learning computer science, I mean, definitely keep watching these videos, and through all this rigmarole, you know, you will come out knowing more than you did before you started watching. Also, you know, come for the computer science, stay for the bloodlust, or come for the Borderlands and stay for the computer science. Either way, it works. So, and I did post a link to my website project in the test video, and I think I'm going to do that for the next few videos, maybe even indefinitely, because you know the main goal of this is to kind of get my message out there and help people that are trying to learn computer science. Now, why am I doing this? Well, it's simple. There's a couple of reasons. Now, what I was going to say last time in the test video is if you're able to teach subjects that you're learning, it solidifies your knowledge of those subjects. So basically, I mean, it's good to understand what you're doing, and then if you can actually teach it to someone else, like a classmate or maybe a family member or someone that's just that's interested in learning the field, then even better. And it makes you feel better, it makes them feel better, like if they can actually understand it. Now, you don't want to go and just start giving people answers, and that's not what I intend to do either. In fact, it was pretty much policy at Colorado State University for the people that or the IAs and the lab technicians. They would be intentionally vague with their answers, but yet they would still try to walk you through the logic, walk you through the algorithm, and basically a lot of times they served as rubber duck. Now, and a lot of these things are on that website project that I posted a link to. So yeah, definitely feel free to go check that out. The rubber duck concept. Actually, before we get into that, let's talk about white hat real quick. So white hat is technically it's more of a cybersecurity term.
A great hat. I want it. Get it for me, recruits. Just go talk to him. He seems reasonable enough.
Okay, another side mission. We're gonna get Claptrap another antenna. Hello, crazy guy.
Your cordial greeting has me uneasy for some reason.
Fear not, friend. I am keeping the voices at bay with this mighty cap atop my head.
I require that metal headpiece.
Oh, no. I couldn't possibly part with it. Not right now. You'll have to destroy the mind control transmission dishes first. They're beaming voices into my brain.
You heard the man. Destroy those transmission dishes. I need that hat.
Okay.
I can feel the mind control
Oh,
releasing
and
its
then
hold.
here's the Undertaker, the Undy mission. Alright, but first, let's finish what we started. Ah, come on.
Keep destroying the dishes so
But
that
at first
I
you
can
don't
finally be
succeed,
free of the
just
void.
try again.
Well,
There we go. Alright, cool.
I am free.
And white hat, not aluminum foil hat like this gen has.
Yes!
I'll finish that in just a
horrible
second.
calming voices! I can finally be the skin cupcake!
Don't hold back!
Well, he's dead. Now pick up that hat.
Alright, got the hat.
Shiny. That hat would make me the talk of the town. Those snooty aristocrats couldn't kick me out of their fancy galas anymore.
Hey, Vault Hunter. Some bandit did the unthinkable. He stole a pair of my undies. Those are my trademark Hyperion red bars, damn it. Do you know how hard it is to get your hands on those down here? Go murder him horribly.
Okay, so, white hat. What it means is, it means basically be like a Jedi. And more specifically, everything you do in life, and like I said, this pertains mostly to cybersecurity, but honestly I feel like it should pertain to every aspect of life. Being a white hat means that you act with good intentions, good morals, and with good integrity. That includes academic integrity, like I was saying before. Don't just give people the answers, make them work through it. However, definitely help them. And it takes some time and some practice to kind of figure out what is actually helpful to people, and, yeah, because like I said, if you just give people the answer, then they're not really going to learn anything. They're going to struggle down the road, and they're going to run into issues and not be able to do what they need to do. So, and I can get rid of all these. Alright. And, ooh, actually, no, I like the gun I have now. So I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. This is actually a really good gun. Alright, so anyways, white hat. Yeah, it's good for now. We don't really need a lot of money. So yeah, usually it means ethical hacking, or being an ethical hacker when you're talking about it for cybersecurity. And that's actually why I won't be going too deep into cybersecurity concepts, either in these videos or on my website project. Now, not to say that I'm not, 2/3 of the way done with the boot camp. Scoring, I think I've got the 3rd highest grade, la-di-da, I know. You're really impressed. But anyways, I do know what I'm talking about, and I hope to aspire to a cybersecurity analyst in the near future, probably in like a couple months. But basically what I'm saying is you got to be careful. You can't really teach a lot of the things that we know because a lot of them are actually illegal. And so we were actually forced to sign what is a white hat manifesto, basically stating that we are doing this for good purposes, good intentions only, being the nature of white hat, and that we swear that we're not going to use it to maliciously attack anyone or, you know, compromise systems, take advantage of things, leverage vulnerabilities, anything like that. So, yeah, that's white hat as far as it concerns cybersecurity. Now, I say white hat should be part of everything because, well, it's important. You know, I was a Cub Scout way back in the day. I kind of quit when it became Boy Scouts, but that's neither here nor there. But basically, I learned good morals from an early age, and you know, my kiddos are in the Scouts too, and I just think that everybody should just try to be a better person overall. I mean, I know it takes effort, la-ti-da, like, just be a better person. And so, and I also encourage anybody watching these videos and anybody who checks out my website project to continue to pay it forward. You know, spread the knowledge. Computer science should be open source, and like a lot of the computer science world is already open source. A lot of the gurus in computer science, they encourage open source learning, open source technologies. Like, yeah, not to say that capitalism is bad or anything. I'm not going to get into all that, but honestly, if you want to put in the work, you should be able to learn. All right, now let's go ahead and move the story along so I can go and do some other things.
There's too much to do.
Oof. Good luck getting that map back.
Vault Hunter, you really got the map?
Yes, Firehawk. A successful hunt.
Just Lilith is fine.
You got the map? Nice! So, did you see any of my sun smashers? And why do you smell like dust and skin?
Your clan is dead. Tyreen Calypso slaughtered them. It was unnatural.
Damn it! I never told them. No. Sun smashers never cry. If Tyreen Calypso wants a blood feud, she's got one. Blood feud!
I knew the COV was dangerous. It's even worse than I thought.
All right, sweet.
At least you got
And
the map.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd ever see this thing again. It's not just a map, though. We used this to open the other vaults on Pandora. Every vault needs its key. Well, let's take a look. Been a long time.
All right, there you go.
Charge. Let me take care of that. Damn, it's not working. Something's wrong. I should be able to charge it. We need help. There's only one person on this planet who knows how this Iridian tech works. Trisha Tanis. She's got a dig site on the other side of the valley. Take the map to her. I'll catch up when I can. Have to track down a few loose ends for our ship.
Alright, and yeah, it's really cool once you get the ship. That's a huge part of the game. Alright. And I'll make some quick capitalism money right now. So, anyways, yes, white hat, it's important. And also, for further information like that, check out Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basically what it says is, once you get your own self situated and you have your own basic needs met, you start helping others. And really that should be the system or the model for everything in the world. I mean, people should be willing to help each other.
You sure you picked the right team? I mean, I get it. We all grew up wanting to be vault hunters. But I'm not a follower like you. I'm a god. And my followers will do anything I ask. Oh, here, quick demo. Hey, you! Cut off your favorite leg.
Can check out the map. Yep, I figured.
I didn't say both. He cut off both. Ah, now he's trying to stand on his stumps. 1 sec. They just taste better when they're afraid. What was my point? Oh, right. My followers will die for me. And when it's your turn, I'll let you know. Now run along, superfan. Fix that map for me. Those vaults are mine.
Okay, so a perfect example of what I was saying is wrong with society today. You got people with inflated egos or, you know, parental issues like you'll find out with these Calypso twins and stuff like that. So that is exactly opposite of what you want to be. You want to be helpful. Maybe not as violent as the characters in this game, but, you know, in the right situation, whatever. Now, what I'm saying is, yes, I hope anyone or everyone that listens to these and checks out the website, you know, at least tries at some point to explain this stuff to someone else, or, you know, and it's got to be someone that wants to learn it too.
Person trampling my valuable and irreplaceable dig site. May I help you?
You must be Tannis.
I am. You must be Lilith's new Vault Hunter, and you found the map. I suppose congratulations are in order. That was it. Well, let me take a look.
Okay.
While I examine this unimaginably complex and priceless alien artifact, you may wait outside and steal anything not nailed down.
Yep, loot the area. That's the name of the game. Alright, so yeah, basically, not only does it make you feel better to helping someone out.
Sounding board for my hypotheses.
Oh my gosh,
Please,
she's been talking this whole time.
Conversation. As I suspected, Tyreen Calypso is a siren. She seems to feed on the life force of others, and clearly her cult is her food source for now. The vaults hold unimaginable power, you know, but I shudder to think of what might happen if the Calypso twins reach them first.
Okay, so she's gonna keep talking, and yep, then we got the bandits. And I don't want you to miss out on anything. Like, if you haven't played this game before and you're really watching these things to, like, kind of get a better feel for
Or
it,
am I having another one of my episodes?
It's not
then
just
who
you.
am I to deny it?
There's blood on the wind.
Hey, superfan. You fix the map yet? Just hand it over and you can join her family. But wait, what's that? You don't want to? Can't
I
give
love
you
this
chance.
gun. It's so
Real
good.
bummer. So long, Crimson Traitors. Crimson Traitors. Anyway, my brother's gonna broadcast your death on the EchoNet. So don't, you know, say anything stupidly heroic. I'll just dub over it. Lilith, if you're listening, bandits are attacking my dig site, and it's not the sort of breakthrough I was hoping for.
I'm on my way. Vault Hunter, don't let them anywhere near Tannis or that map.
Luckily, I...
We can't let them get the map.
Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying.
Keep fighting, Vault Hunter.
Yeah, it's gonna keep interrupting. Alright, so, yeah, because one thing I do notice that when I watch a lot of YouTube games, like, they either will or they won't let you go through all the dialogue and kind of see what's going on. Now, I mean, like, I'm guessing a lot of you have already played Borderlands, so you probably already know what's going on. But if you don't, there it is. Alright, so anyways, back to White Hat. Not only does it make you feel good, and it helps out others, and it makes the world a better place, it also, like I said, solidifies your understanding of the topic. Because if you can understand it to the point where you can explain it to someone else, that's going to be really helpful once you get into a
Take
job.
the rest out together.
So, oh yeah, Lilith's here now. Cool. So anyways, and you'll actually probably have to do that. One of my technical jobs actually both of my technical jobs since graduating, I had to help develop tutorial material for coworkers and customers. So yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it anyway. And so it's just generally a good skill to have. Being able to explain things completely, succinctly, and yeah, thoroughly, completely, succinctly, all that. Although granted, these videos are anything but succinct, and they're going to be pretty thorough, but not as thorough as the website that there's a link to. Oh, I died. Well, didn't die, I'm down. There we go. So yeah, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out the link. Well, you don't have to do it right now, obviously, but check out the link in the description. It's not that finished yet. There is some useful information on there, but I plan on adding a very extensive...
My personal space,
there
so
we go.
let's get on with it. Tell me you got the map working.
I did what I could, Lilith, given my vast intellect but limited resources. Shall we give it a go?
Okay.
And I believe this should do it. Some data has been corrupted. It seems the map has sustained significant damage.
Hypothesis: Tyreen Calypso attempted to charge the map, but her powers only drained it further. Unfortunately, I can only make out a single planet. Yeah? Of course! Typhon de Leon found the very first vault there, you know. Promethea. Good work, Tanis.
Our destination is Promethea, then?
Looks like it. We have to get to that vault before the Calypsos. Ellie's been working on a ship for us. I'll take Tanis and the map there now. Meet you at the landing pad, Vault Hunter.
Oh, you know I abhor this, Lilith.
Just trying to keep my Iridian expert safe.
Do you know another Iridian expert?
Ready?
And off they go. Phase shift. Boom. Okay, so. Yes, rambling about the importance of teaching others. Which, I mean, yeah, no, I shouldn't say rambling. Like, that really is a very important part in everything you do if you try to get into a technical career.
Usually when I step in crap, it comes off with a good wipe, but you're kind of a clinger. Let me set things straight for you. That map and every vault on it is my birthright. You don't understand a thing about the vaults or what they're even for. I do. We're the children of the vault. It's a family thing.
Okay, and also you'll find out later throughout the story that, yeah, they have insanely huge daddy issues. So, yeah, I won't do any more spoilers, but that, yeah. And let's see, also, I kind of want to change my weapon to something better. So, anyways, yeah, computer science, good to teach other people, help people out. Yeah, I'm going to do fire. Alright, cool. So, and I explained a lot of the basic stuff about this game in the last video, the test video. So if you're lost or you want a further explanation about anything, feel free to go ahead and check that out. I'll still explain some things as I go, but yeah, I mean, I'm more intending this to be kind of like an idea where you come, you watch. Oh, yeah, we already went down there. We already went about that. So now we're going to go to the ship. Okay. No, I'm lost. You can always pull up the actual map. Yep, it's over there. Cool. So, what I was starting to say before I trailed off is you gotta make sure that the person that you're teaching this stuff to actually wants it. So, like, for the example of anyone watching this, you know, you might want to learn it, you might not. You might have just came for the Borderlands, but it's been my experience that you don't want to go into too much explanation to, like, a family member that really doesn't care or, you know, is just trying to, like, be nice. You know, make it seem... Oh, right, I went to the wrong side. Nice. Now I gotta... And actually, if you notice, it was right next to where I was. So, you can do a thing, put a marker there, a little waypoint, and you can find it. So, by the way, that's Sanctuary 3. Awesome ship. And also, your home base in this game, once it gets up off the ground. So, we first have to go through a couple things first. And we'll do that. And I also have some side missions. You know, that thing. You got Underwear Taker. You got the bad reception. Actually, real quick, let's do the bad reception because that's going to be useful once we get under the ship. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, I also wanted to talk a little more about the importance of taking breaks for computer science. Like I was saying in the test video, you know, if you're getting into computer science, you're trying to learn programming, and it's important to take breaks. I mean, granted, yes, I'm just staring at another screen, you know, trading one for the other, but I'm not sitting here banging my head against the wall trying to figure out a bug in my program. And you will have bugs. It's just a fact. Like, you're not going to be a perfect programmer. You're going to run into issues. And honestly, every bug that you fix makes you a better programmer. Now, back when I was getting my degree, I would slam my head against the wall for, not literally, of course, but, you know, figuratively for hours, if not days, stuck on, you know, what I see now is very simple bugs. And I'm actually about to add a very big section on debugging and, you know, finding flaws in your algorithm. Also, real quick, algorithm means method of doing something, or your kind of like game plan, or your schematics of what your program does. It refers to how the logic works, what you're trying to do with the logic, and the steps to accomplish your goals. So that's basically algorithm. Oh, is that by a barrel? Okay, well that's basically algorithm in a nutshell. So when I'm talking about it, that's what I'm talking about. So, Debugging, one of the most frustrating things, and that's why a lot of people wash out of computer science. Like, they get all excited, they make a program, you know, it does something cool, and they get all excited, and they get hooked on computer science. But then, they hit a bug, they hit a snag, and then it's just, you know, game over, I don't want to do this anymore, you know, the world's not fair, yada yada yada. So, a certain amount of that is healthy. Yep, and here's another antenna. Oh, smash it.
Transponder. And pick up the antenna.
And
that
antenna.
Just like my old antenna. Can't go wrong with a Claptrap Classic. TM.
Okay, and be careful with this area because there is a super hardcore enemy right down there. So we're not going to go down there. We're going to skirt back this way. I mean, we might come back to it later, but we're getting antennas, then we're starting to ship. You know, we got things to do. Also, I just noticed that we passed the 30-minute mark. I am going to make these an hour-long video for now. I might cut them down, might not. Depends on, you know, the feedback I get. So far, like I said, I watched the last video, loved it. Definitely saw some things I can improve upon. And like I said, I'll keep working on those. Okay, also, skill point. I leveled up. Let's do that. And now we can check out the new skills. What are these? I like it. Frenzy. Cool. So, yeah, one of the things I was going to work on is not to leave things unfinished when I can avoid it. So I was starting to talk about the rubber duck concept or theory or whatever you want to say. Yeah, I'd say concept. So basically the idea, and I explained this in my website project, but a rubber duck, it refers to basically any inanimate object or even like a household pet would work too, that you can talk to that won't talk back. And now the reason that this is important is as you're writing computer programs, you're often trying to do a lot of complex things. Oh yeah, the one time in this game you actually use the ground pound. I honestly haven't found another use for it like the entire game. So anyways, rubber duck concept. So what you want to do, yeah, what you want to do is explain what your program is doing, what it's supposed to do, and how you're trying to accomplish certain goals. So, and that's pretty vague, but say you're writing a program to... Say you're writing a program to read a file and create some log files. Alright. So, you would want to talk to the duck and just be like, now my program's supposed to read this file, and from that file, it's supposed to pull information and make a new file, and you know, yada yada yada. And there's going to be plenty of examples of that too. File input and output is one of the main things that you write programs for. And oh, yep, here's the antenna. So.
A coat hanger? Yeah, that could give me sort of a rustic vibe. No, a rusty vibe.
Okay, so and also the whole point of the rubber duck concept is when you're stuck with a program, by all means, you don't have to talk to inanimate objects every time you make a program. And honestly, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't. People think you're crazy. So, yeah, if you're struggling with a bug, oh, and by the way, a bug is a flaw in your program. So if you're getting, you know, output other than what you're expecting, or program's crashing, or it's not even running in the first place, you know, these are different types of bugs. Okay, man, I missed it. Alright, so yeah, and debugging is one of the most frustrating and hard, but yet important parts of computer science. And I think it's down here. Yep, under... well, same level as under the bridge. And it's electrified. Another target practice thing. Don't touch the zaps.
All that scary electricity. There's gotta be a way to shut it off.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. Also, be on the lookout for these targets. I just know where they are because, like I said, I've played quite a few times. And also, spoilers, this game is not for kids, as you can see here. Dude got sporked to the eye.
A spork might look nice. I'll rinse it off later.
Okay, and open all the lootables. You know, or as many as you want, but honestly, it's kind of fun. You get all the constant little validation and chimes and noises, and yeah, it's part of the game. Get all the stuff, the loot. Okay, and let's see. I'm trying to think of all the things. Yeah, okay, now we got to return and give the things back to Claptrap. Yeah, and honestly, a lot of these episodes, I'm going to be going back over stuff and repeating a lot of things, kind of going more in depth in things. So we might as well start at debugging. Actually, wait, no, even better. Let's start at development environments. I'll talk about that here in just a second.
What a spread! I can't decide. You gotta choose for me, recruit. But beware, you hold my very aesthetic in your hands. Now, complete me.
Okay. Oops. You're supposed to hit triangle to switch it, as it says when you look at it. Okay, switch.
I think I'm picking up some radio broadcasts on this thing.
And he says something different with each of them. I like the tinfoil hat. Oh,
now
I can't switch
things
quick.
with my head,
Never mind.
just like I always wanted.
Alright, big money, no whammies.
And
Yeah, that
now
looks
I've
like
got
Beetlejuice
shade
anyway.
Wherever I go.
If you don't know Beetlejuice, it's probably because you're too young. But anyways, yeah. So development environments, that is important. Oh, I forgot to open this too. Oh yeah. And by the way, I got this because and I'm taking that. It's an electric one, and it shoots like taser bullets. Anyways, I got this special loot chest because I did the optional objective of getting a human spine and trying to plug a broken fuse box with a human spine. And I was supposed to use an electrified skag spine, but Marcus thought it'd be funny if I did some weird messed up stuff, and yeah, that's basically Pandora in a nutshell. Alright, back to development environments. What I'm talking about there is, if you're trying to write some code, you know, first you got to figure out what language you're trying to write code in. You know, maybe you're a student at a university and you're learning computer science, and they tell you what programming language to start with. And also a lot of times, like what CSU did for me, they'll actually walk you through how to download, install, and set up an IDE, which is an integrated development environment. However, just the term development environment really refers to anything that allows you to write and execute code. And so what I mean by that is basically a lot of times you can just use like some kind of notepad or text editor. Very basic. You can't use Microsoft Word because the stuff that they do behind the scenes, it adds a lot of information to the files, and that makes them unusable for programming. However, and I don't even think you can use the regular Notepad app either, but like Notepad++, and also the best thing. Oh,
It's finally happening, ain't it? After all these years.
Hell yeah. How's the ship looking?
Almost ready. All I need is some fuel and a new astronav chip.
Vault Hunter, can you help Ellie get the ship prepped? I'll start rounding up the raiders and bring them on board.
Of course.
All right. Later, Lil.
Be ready for anything, Hal. The Calypsos aren't gonna let us leave without a fight.
Alright, good deal. So, yeah, development environments. Honestly,
Something special for you, BH. That vehicle
Oh,
over
never
there is
mind.
my biofuel rig.
We gotta get
And
this.
it ain't picky as to the source. Just run over some bandits and skags to fill her up. Environmentally friendly, right? Hop on in, Vault Hunter.
Roadkill machine.
Now, if that rig gets a Pandora flat and busts out into holy hellfire, just come on back and I'll stitch you up with another sweet thing. Like I said, you just need to run over some bandits and skags and whatnot.
Okay, so honestly, probably the most useful development environment is having a Linux operating system. Now, there's a number of ways you can do this.
See? Turns them right into biofuel. I'm trying to expand the Catch a Ride franchise and corner the sustainable fuel business. I know it's messy, but the only resource Pandora's got in abundance anymore are bandits and skags. Use what the land gives you, right?
There we go. Nice. Back up. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, Linux is probably the best way to write computer code. It's open source, which means it's free. Just like that's why I call my project Open Source Computer Science, because it's also free. And yeah, although Linux might be a little tricky for someone who's, say, grown up with either a Windows or a Mac operating system. So, and I also should mention that the main three operating systems are Linux, Windows, and Mac. Now, you have a lot of different flavors or variations of all of those. Like with Windows, you have like Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10. Alright, I'm done messing with you. I'm not going to run you over, so throw barrels at you. Or dynamite, whatever. And then, you know, for Mac OS X, I'm not too familiar with Apple products. I was raised on Windows. I mean, not a big deal, like, either way. Actually, and Mac is Linux based, so I believe you can open up a terminal just like a Linux computer, and I intend on checking that out pretty soon.
I've almost got the whole crew on board. As soon as you get that astronav chip, we're taking off.
Oh yeah, does this look familiar? In the test video, we went up here and we weren't able to get out. Alright, so anyways, yeah, Linux is like one of the best ways that you can write computer code, execute computer code, and maintain your files, all that good stuff. And to be good with Linux, you need to be able to work with the command line. Now, the command line is also known as the terminal, and it's a program where you can type commands directly in there. And
I'm getting this vibe that you don't really get what we're doing here. Let me learn you real quick. See, my brother and I were born into a cage. Dad told us it was for our own good, that the rest of the universe was full of bandits that would tear us apart. And when we finally got free, it turned out he was right. Bandits as far as the eye could see. Bandits were the biggest untapped resource in the galaxy. There are billions of them across the borderlands. Human...
okay, we are going to interrupt her to check out this gun. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to... it's nice, but... I'm still going to sell it. All this stuff. I'm actually, maybe not this one. This is another one like the shotgun I was using, only it's a much better one. It only has one bullet, so that's kind of lame, but... you know, it's level 7, better stats. Alright, cool. So, oh, something you can do, you can mark these either trash or treasure by clicking the same button you do to sprint. Alright, and also these guns, oops, I like these guns too. I love revolvers, magnums. They're usually like good old thumpers. They hit really hard, and they're really slow to reload, stuff like that. Also, you notice it's a Jacobs, so is this shotgun. So, wait a minute. Oops. I guess it glitched out. Was there? Anyways.
Wreckage left over from the corporate
Back
wars.
to Tyreen.
They're broken, but we make them feel special, so they fight for us and die for us. Because they finally have a place where they belong. A family. My family. The universe is theirs, as long as they obey.
Like I said, daddy issues. And then I noticed that she started off with saying, our dad, blah, 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 this and that. Oh yeah, daddy issues. Okay, so development environments, and this is going to be different for depending on which language you want to use, and it's also going to depend on, oh no, not the ship or the car. Okay, I might be in trouble here. Alright, why is it so, why are they exploding? Okay, you know what, I don't have time for this. You get an explosion. Okay, so, and I'm actually going to be able to cover just about everything in like each of these videos broadly, but I hope to go more in depth with everything. So let's continue with development environments. So yeah, best one is Linux, and that's where you're using the command line. That's right. Windows also has a command line. It's a little harder to learn and use, but not too terrible. And an important thing for everything you're trying to do computer science-wise is being able to use a search engine. I call it Google Foo in the website project, but really you can use any browser. And basically it's so important because there is no way anyone can possibly cover everything in computer science in any like number of classes or years of education or stuff like that. Now I intend to do my best to at least make you familiar with as much as I can. And that way, between watching these videos and checking out the website, or even just doing research on your own and using a search engine to research things and yeah, do your research, you should be able to do anything in computer science. Because honestly, it just takes a lot of time and hard work, but it is definitely worth it. I mean, I'm so glad. I started as an engineering student, didn't like it. I mean, I was good at math, good at science, but it was just too much. It was just too much. And calculus, honestly. Forget calculus. I don't like it. But you do have to do a little calculus if you're doing computer science degree, so be aware of that. But again, it doesn't matter if you're not good at math and science, or science. You got time. And that was another thing. Like, I kind of dropped out of college and took a while to go back. So I was considered an adult when I was older than a lot of my classmates. And honestly, you know, I'm older than a lot of the people that are at the same skill level in the computer science field. However, as its ups and downs, I mean, I don't have as much of the youngster drama going on, and not that everyone does, but anyways, way down a rabbit hole with all that. And it's actually one of the things I loved about a lot of my professors at CSU. They would go down rabbit holes, go on long spiels, and then they'd realize, like, okay, wait, no, back to what I was trying to teach. So, I should say the same. Back to what I was trying to teach. So, development environments, you should try to become familiar with Linux. And I'm actually about to add a section on Linux on the tutorial website. It's actually really simple in hindsight, but it does take a little bit of getting used to, especially if, you know, you've never done before. You know, because Windows and Mac, they use things called GUIs, or Guide User Interfaces. And basically what that means is, like, you open a program, you get, like, a fancy window with, you know, easy navigation. You just click things, and everything's more visual. Why is everything exploding? Oh, and I might actually die here. Can my pet revive me? Probably not. She's gonna stare at me while I bleed out. Alright, that's fine. You just lose some money. Capitalism. First death of the series. Woo! One of many, I assure you. Anyways. Yes, rabbit holes in teaching computer science. They will happen a lot. But, yeah, in GUIs. So, a command line interface, or CLI, is the opposite of a GUI. It doesn't have fancy things that you can click. And actually, most of it, you can't even click around in it. You have to use the keyboard for just about everything. And it's really useful to learn. By the way, here's one of those green icons. It's another Typhon de Leon thing, so we'll listen to that real quick.
You probably noticed that Pandora isn't the friendliest of planets. I'm guessing it's not any safer in your day than it was in mine. So if you see something coming, shoot first. We just call that a Pandoran handshake. Hey, who the hell are you? I'm Typhon de Leon. Nice to meet you. Here's a med pack. Yeah, I'm doing an Echo series. Sure, I'll sign an autograph.
Oh no, it's the wreck. Okay, this is really getting annoying. I'm like dying just from shooting things too close. I don't understand what that is. Actually, you know what? I'll bet you it's a special effect of... Whoops. Am I safe here? Probably not. Let's check it out anyway. So, let's see. Grants the mystical art of exploding small hands. Okay. So, that's the red text there. Especially, well... It happens with some other ones very rarely, but usually these orange legendary ones, it'll have red text like, hold on, they're lithium. So it's meant to be like a battery joke. And then this one, the relentless Koos, yeah, it says grants the mystical art of exploding small hands. So I'm thinking it makes explosions when you're too close, and that's why I keep dying when I'm at close range. So I gotta remember that. Longer range for that, close range, whatever they're gonna use. Okay, so. If you can, well, and of course you're going to have to, for a lot of things, learn Linux, and by that, you're basically learning the command line. Now, Linux is a whole operating system, meaning it has its own set of programs, it uses its own web browsers.
I've acquired the Astronav chip.
It's time! Woo! I can't wait to leave Pandora. I've been here so long, it's in my bones, and that's a verified medical condition anywhere else you go.
That's not supposed to be close range. Alright, and Catch-A-Ride Station, we'll just look at the map and see the nearest one. Okay, they're marked. Whatever. I'll just mark that on the map. It's not too far. Actually, yeah, I see it right there. See that logo icon? Yep, that's Catch-A-Ride. Okay, so anyways, command line interface and development environment. So Linux is really handy. Like I said, it's free. You got to be careful downloading it though, and the way you do it, I'm also going to have a section of that on the website. You can either partition your hard drive, which means split up the space on your hard drive to have 2 operating systems, or 2 or more. And then when you go into the boot menu, when you're firing up your computer, you can switch to a different operating system. Now that takes a little more technical know-how, and I'll try to add some kind of tutorials on that, but honestly, like, if you need to figure it out, you know, look online. There's a lot of different guides and tutorials already out there. So mine's just more of kind of like a vague thing, but yeah, it still is kind of concerning that. I want you to be able to understand everything from start to finish on how to do CS. Alright, real quick, we should make sure we know where we're going because... Well, we gotta go back to the ship? Why is it still pointing to... I don't know. Oh, there we go. See, there's other waypoints up there, so we can actually drive up this way, which is good. That's why we came out. Alright, so we'll head in that general direction and just hope it works. Alright, so... And we're nearing an hour. Alright, well, that went by fast. Well, for me, I don't know about you, but anyways. Yeah, check out the website. I will try to add tutorials. They might not be the best tutorials, but they'll be there. I know I already have instructions on how to get Java started on just about any machine, Windows, Mac, or Linux, but really take the time, learn Linux, and like I said, you gotta be really good at being able to use a search engine. So with Linux, literally anything, any command you want to, oh, are you kidding me? That's why, okay, so, Captain Obvious, alright, that's fine, there's one right here. It's telling me to go to a catch ride because I didn't listen and I respawned this vehicle. This is not a biofuel rig. And again, just like when I didn't equip that longbow grenade and I kept wondering why it wasn't working, that's why that's not working. So yes, trust the game. It'll lead you in the right direction. So change. Oh nope. Loadout 2, biofuel rig. There we go. Whoops. Why did it not spawn?
Just park the rig right there, VH.
Okay, that was weird. I couldn't deploy vehicle, but I could switch it and then hit redeploy. Yeah, whatever. So park it.
1 sec, I'll get the fueling. I can't believe we're going to Promethea. It'll be good to see some new sights and lay some new lows. Gonna teach them city boys some things they only see in nature documentaries. She's fuel.
Ready
Yep.
to go, killer?
Oh, and here's an echo log. Let's listen to it.
Them COV keep coming at the Queen and getting right smack down for their trouble. I'm the Queen, by the way. I ain't never needed no one protecting me, that's for sure. I can hold my own, even on a planet savage as this one. But joining up with the Raiders was the best call I ever made. It's like family. When after Scooter died, I got family in short supply these days.
Okay, and also I know that once we go out here, it's gonna be a cutscene, or something's gonna happen. Yep.
Firehawk, just give me the map.
No way.
Cool. Let's do this.
Got it!
This is gold!
You're a siren?
Yeah. Well, runs in the family.
I'm the siren. He's just a parasite. Literally, when we were born, our father had to cut him off me. Now I'm the only thing keeping him alive.
What are you doing?
I can leech the power from any living thing. Even you, Firehawk. Legendary Vault Hunter. Slayer of the Destroyer. Firehawk. So many titles. So little impact. Well, I've taken your powers. Might as well finish you off.
Tyreen!
Fine.
should have seen your face. You were like, oh, my powers. Ty, come on. We're live in 3, 2.
What is up, brothers and sisters? God Queen Tyreen coming to you live. We got something real special for you today. Your #1 most requested murder. It's the great heretic herself, the Firehawk. Well, look who got plucked. Smile. Let's give this Firehawk thing a try. Where my Radiant dear followers at? Ha! Loving it! But that's not all. Our path to the Great Vault has been revealed. Next stop, Promethea! Don't forget to like, follow, and obey. Don't feel bad, Lil. All legends have to die. You had a good run. I guess? That's just something people say. I don't really believe it.
All right, let's get out of here. I want to see if Katagawa is good on his word. Leave the scraps to the dogs.
Bye-bye now. Thanks for the map. And your powers. I'll make sure to finish what you started. Later, Firehawk. Or whatever you are now.
Okay, after a very lengthy cutscene, oh yeah, we gotta go around.
Busted. Take the lift to the catwalk. I'll try to get the door open.
So, anyways, oh jeez, more stuff, content. All right, so I feel like we actually covered quite a bit today. We talked about White Hat, we talked about the rubber duck theory or the rubber duck method, and started on development environments. Oh, I should also mention, so the IDE, the integrated development environment that I mentioned earlier, those are useful too, although you don't want to get too used to them as they're kind of a crutch, because you're going to encounter situations where all you have available is a command line, like a terminal, so you can log into machines remotely using terminals.
I knew them COV some bitches wouldn't let us leave Pandora without a fight.
Yeah,
well, they're gonna get it.
And so anyways, yeah, so it's important to learn a command line interface, specifically Linux, but like I said, Windows has one too. And yeah, depending on what you do for a career, it's good to know. Oh, a loot tank! Yep, get it. Got him. Oh, and a lot of it's falling off the edge. Oh well. How much money is this anyway? Yeah,
let them hear you're ready.
Oh, and I forgot to do this on the other one, I think. You open the backpack, and that's when you get all the loot. All of my inventory is full anyway. And these are all greens. It's kind of garbage. I think the blue fell off the edge. Yeah, was that a blue? Excuse you. No, not close up. That's right. Okay. Oh, I can see it now too. Also, you can notice the explosion. Alright, Sidetrack City again. Love it. Anyways, yeah, I'll try to add a description of the video of what we covered, and I will circle back to these concepts plenty of times. And yeah, repetition is important. You're not going to become good at computer science overnight, so be ready to put in a lot of work and effort, and just be patient, really. I mean, like I said, it's like a long, drawn-out video game that never ends. And you know, as soon as you master something, like say you master Pandora, you move on to Promethea, or you move on to I'm not ever gonna figure that out. And I think I killed the Tink. So, all right, coolsies. Well, it's getting close to that hour mark, so I'm gonna cut this off at an hour. I haven't quite finished the mission. Basically, well, you know what? The test ran an hour and like 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and just finish out this mission. If I don't keep dying. Second death. Told you it's gonna be a lot. All right. Luckily, we had a respawn point right there. Oh, we're on the other side. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so basically we still got to go save Lilith, and it is kind of rude to just... Am I in the wrong spot?
Get down there, VH! Lil needs us!
Okay. Also, you can't take fall damage in this game. Little pro tip, although you would miss... Oh, and I did miss it. Whatever. It was a loot box, had some money. I already messed up getting all the loot boxes in the map, or in the game.
I can't
That's fine. Alright, yes. Go save Lilith. Stand back when executing people. Also, you can auto-lock on people. Very useful. Like this. It auto-locks on them every time you aim down the sight. So if they're getting out of your... If you're losing track of them, just unlock and relock on. Or aim and then unaim and then aim. Yeah. Spaz it out. It goes really well. Alright, so that's why I love this game. It is meant for spazzes. ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. Scatterbrain. Alright. Oh, and go talk to Lilith. No? Oh, there's still more. Okay. Oh, it's a badass. Of course it is. Of course. It's using a special skill that we never use. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Drop the hammer. Time for action. Alright. Talk to Lilith. Revive Lilith.
We gotta go before those cold bastards come back to finish her off.
Commander, we should go.
Thanks, Vault Hunter. I'll be alright. Let's get to the ship.
Vault
And...
Hunter, over here.
Oh, yeah.
You hold on to that astronaut ship for now, hun. Ugh, this is bad, but now ain't the time to talk it through, amigo. We gotta get the hell out of here, and that ship is the safest place I know.
Okay, so we only ran a little
Get
over.
on the ship. We gotta get out of here before more of them COB some bitches attack.
And honestly, Lilith is fine at this point. You can limp alongside her. I mean, she's going to make it up here slowly. I think you can actually even just go in the ship and just cut to the next part. And that's what we're going to do. We'll make poor Lilith walk all the way. Alright, so a lot covered. Still a ton more to go. And like I said, I'm going to be looping back and re-going over stuff a lot. And really, if you want to learn more, I mean, this is just more for... Oh, it did it anyway. Alright, let's watch the scene. I thought we had to walk through the door. And this is Sanctuary. Majestic off into the, well, not sunrise, skyline. Okay, and that's where we're going to leave off for now. I'm going to double check and make sure that there isn't anything once we actually load in. But yeah, 3 minutes passed. That's not bad. Like I said, I'm going to keep these things close to like an hour. And what I was trying to say, but then I trailed off, is definitely check out the website. It's not done yet. It's useful, but it's going to be a whole lot more useful in the next week or two. My goal is to have it finished by the time I finish my boot camp, which will be like mid-January, so here in a couple months. And it's actually never going to be finished. I'm going to continue to add to it, and it's not even in its right form yet. I'm hosting it on CodePen, which is a great website to kind of help build websites and do web development. And it's just really useful for like instant updates on changes you make to a web project. However, it is just a tool like that, and it would be better if I moved it to like AWS or... I don't know, after learning cybersecurity, I'm not really keen on hosting a website on my own machine, because that's actually, well, yeah. It's how a lot of hackers get into your stuff. Yep, there is a scene. Let's watch.
Her tattoos are gone. Lilith is no longer a siren.
You're saying Tyreen stole Lil's powers? Well, let's hunt down that God Queen bitch and get him right back!
Are you crazy? I say we stay here and build a fort.
To Claptrap's point, can we really take on the Calypsos in our current state? Tyreen's after the power of the vault, and there's no one else who can stop her. We have to get there first. I may not be a siren, but I'm still a Crimson Raider. We all are.
I'm with you, Lil. Through thick and thin. You know which one's which, Stringbang.
That's what I've been saying!
Certain death it is, and I obviously won't pass up a chance to study a new vault. All right, let's get to it.
We ride! Onward to Promethea!
Hey, Lil. Bad luck to take a ship out of orbit without a name.
She's already got a name. Sanctuary.
And a little backstory. Sanctuary is actually what all your bases are called in the 3 games.
Vault Hunter. Over here.
Okay, and like I said, we're going to leave off there. Yeah, welcome home. This is... you can't go back there just yet. You got to do stuff. Talk to her. Blah, blah, blah. Put in the chip. But yeah, this is Sanctuary, and this is Borderlands 3. Sanctuary 3, Borderlands 3. You get the connection. Alright, but that's it for now. Be sure to tune in next time. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Even if you're really confused and it's like a train wreck and you don't know what you just watched, still throw a like and subscribe. Why not? It's free. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to keep making these videos regardless. So yeah, be on the lookout for them and check out their website. Alright, stay frosty. I'll see you guys later. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Stop broadcasting.